Hello. Some words from St. Luke, chapter 11, the Gospel appointed for today, the 14th of October. Jesus said, "Woe to you, Pharisees, for you tithe mint and rue and herbs of all kinds, and neglect justice and the love of God. It is these you ought to have practiced, without neglecting the others. Woe to you, Pharisees, for you love to have the seat of honour in the synagogues and to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces. Woe to you, for you are like unmarked graves, and people walk over them without realizing it." One of the lawyers answered him, "Teacher, when you say these things, you insult us too." And he said, "Woe also to you lawyers, for you load people with burdens hard to bear, and you yourselves do not lift a finger to erase them." The Pharisees were distinguished teachers and practitioners of the law, commanding deference and respect. Yet, more often than any other group of people, they were the target of Jesus' condemnation. In today's Gospel, he accuses them of giving meticulous care to minute points of detail. The law said people must pay tithes on agricultural produce, but the Pharisees paid tithes on their herb gardens just to be on the safe side, or probably to show off. Such concentration on minor issues led, and still leads, to self-satisfaction, vanity, and a demand to be noticed, which is why Jesus singled them out for special condemnation. And he went further, accusing them of being like unmarked graves. It was a sin to walk over a grave, and of honouring dead prophets, while behaving in the very ways that had caused the prophets to be rejected. This gospel is very strong meat, but it has a meaning that can be readily applied to our contemporary Christian lives. We are to beware of concentrating only on externals in our religion, while neglecting charity and justice and compassion, the real hallmarks of God's kingdom. I once knew someone who spent all his spare time doing work for the church, cleaning, polishing, never missing a service, and very visibly earning the gratitude of the vicar and the church council. But in everyday life, it turned out that he was a thumping crook. He ended up polishing the prison chapel for several years. True Christianity goes beyond observing the conventions and details of church membership, important though they may be. Instead, we are to study and try to put into practice the rich and fulfilling teaching which Jesus came to demonstrate and for which he gave his life. I said this gospel was strong meat, and it is. A rather wonderful interpretation of it comes from an unlikely source, the philosopher and Nobel Prize winner Bertrand Russell. Let him have the last word. "The root of the matter," he said, "is a very simple and old-fashioned thing. A thing so simple that I'm almost ashamed to mention it, for fear of the derisive smile with which wise cynics will greet my words. The thing I mean, please forgive me for mentioning it, is love. Christian love, or compassion."